Yeah, anybody want to answer the question, what rights does the Second Amendment give us?
I can answer it.
You don't count either. Yeah.
God gives us our rights.
None is exactly the right answer. Good. And it looks like we're going to have a pretty good crowd here. The Declaration of Independence is the guide that we should be using here. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among those, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. To secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. And that when any form of government is destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundations on such principles, and organizing its powers in such forms as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. If more people knew those 111 words of the Declaration of Independence and what they meant, we would have a much stronger republic than we do today. Those 111 words describe in a nutshell our founding principles. Now let me tell you. Yes, Glenda.
We haven't done the pledge yet.
Oh, thank you. Okay, everyone want to stand? I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm going to get into this. Everyone stand, face the flags. We'll do the Pledge of Allegiance.
The real flag is to your rear there at the corner.
There we go.
I was going to say that.
The old flag.
I know, but I'd rather read it.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I apologize for that. I was eager to get started. The food's got me not thinking too straight right here. So, what I'll tell you, instead of, when people argue in support of our rights, a lot of them say that they talk about our Second Amendment rights. We don't get our rights from a piece of paper. The true defense of our rights is to talk about the unalienable nature of those rights. We receive our rights from our Creator. They do not come from a piece of paper. They do not come from government. They do not come from other men. Our government exists to secure our rights. This is the basis for the true defense of all of our rights, including the rights protected by the Second Amendment. Your life is your own. From life comes liberty and property ownership. These are natural rights. They are part of us like our heart or our brain. Defending these things, it is also your right and your responsibility. This is where our right to keep and bear arms is derived, is from our right to life. No one else is responsible for your life. You and only you are responsible for protecting that life. Our founders knew that government was the biggest abuser of rights ever in history, and this was long before Stalin, Hitler, and Mao Zedong. That is why they agreed that we should never give the government the authority to infringe on our right to keep and bear arms. Now, I often see, I'm on Facebook a lot, I go to different meetings, and I often see people talking about statistics. On one side, well, guns help hundreds of thousands of people defend their life every day. On the other side, you know, after a shooting tragedy where some evil person shoots up a place, we're told that we need to restrict gun ownership. Neither of these arguments is correct. Understanding the concept of liberty and unalienable rights is central. My right to live my life however I want, with the caveat of not interfering with the lives of others, is what true liberty is. Liberty is freedom. Liberty is freedom tempered with morality. Doing what you want as long as you don't infringe on the rights of others. In no way does my ownership or carrying a gun infringe on the rights of others. Actually, it's just the opposite. Begging government to allow us our unalienable right to keep and bear arms is where we're at today. Concealed weapons permits, background checks, and other gun control measures are abhorrent to liberty and our founding principles. Until we, the people, start fighting against existing unconstitutional edicts emanating from the government, all we're going to see is more of these unholy decrees being foisted upon us. Fear is the tool used mostly to manipulate the public. We allow government to further infringe on our rights in the name of safety. This idea is nothing new, but it is still much too effective. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Benjamin Franklin was truly a wise man. Education is the cornerstone of liberty. The enemies of America understand this, and they've been acting on it. Children for decades have not been exposed to our founding principles or their documents, and if they do get a glimpse of this information, it's usually not accurate, or it is intended to sour them on the ideals. Our public schools are doing exactly what the enemies of America want, to turn us away from our inheritance of liberty that our forefathers purchased with blood and lives. And that's why we're here today, to help educate you on one of the most important rights that we possess. The rights protected by the Second Amendment allow us to defend ourselves against a tyrannical government. It enrages me that so many people ask government to infringe on our rights in the name of safety, when in actuality, they are begging to be slaves. Make no mistake about this. I live in, I'm going to go a little bit off script. I live in District 47, Anna Escanami. She is one of the biggest gun grabbers out there, far left. She does not understand the idea of unalienable rights. There are people out there who want government to protect them. They want the police to protect them. They are not willing to protect themselves. Not only that, they want to force that ideology on us. There are some of us out there, personally, I'm a black belt, I'm a marksman, I can defend myself, and I have defended myself and other people. A good Christian will use the powers at their disposal to help others that are in need. And that is a good Christian concept. To think that our government or even our police are there to protect us is false. All you have to do is look at what happened at Stoneman Douglas or look at what happened at Pulse. The police are not responsible for your life. You and only you are responsible for your life. I think most people in this room, I could be probably preaching to the choir here, but this is something that we need to really push. The good thing is, the truth is on our side. The better thing is, so is the law. It's time we stop acting timid and start to act like Americans again. Getting permission from government to be able to defend ourselves is a despicable idea. It flies in the face of liberty, and it's also against the law. These infringements must be resisted with the utmost intensity that we can muster. It's time for patriots to awake.